Hey friends, and welcome to your daily workout. Today, whether you're in the bodyweight version or you're doing the regular version, we're gonna hit every single body part. We gotta get going because we're working for 20 minutes. Of course, the first thing we need to do is get you guys warmed up, and that starts in 10 seconds. If you have a box or a step, I don't care if it's a chair as long as it's stable, we're gonna start with box step-ups. You guys pop around to the back there. About 30 seconds here, and you guys know the point of our warm-up is just get your body going, get you ready for the movements we'll be doing in the workout. One of the first movements, whether using weight or not, is the box step-up. Fantastic way that I find for you to get your heart rate up, start to get a little bit of sweat going, and get those joints ready for hard work. Well done, guys. We're gonna go for about 30 seconds total, so 10 more. You wanna start ramping up your speed as we go through this entire warm-up. That'll be a great idea because at the end of this, we're hitting it hard. Good, give me about 2 more on each side, and then we're gonna transition into inchworms. I'll have you guys pop out in front of the box. Awesome, so in an inchworm, I'm trying to reach down, do a toe touch, walk my hands out, and give me one of your best push-ups of all time. We're gonna do 3 of these total. Walking out into a nice plank position. Dalton, nice work. Andy, fantastic. Later in the workout, guys, some of you may scale, you may go to your knees. Andy, if you don't mind, show me what a knee push-up looks like. Notice that I'm not calling it a girl push-up because Andy just showed you that she can do a perfect push-up. It's called a scaled push-up. So if you guys are unable to do full range of motion while in that planked position, I'm gonna have you go for that. All right, friends, after this next rep, I'm gonna have you stop, stand tall, and give me your squat feet. So squat feet underneath your shoulders, and go ahead and show these guys how you descend. Butt goes back and down into the bottom of a squat, and hold it there for me. Grab the front of your toes. And what I'd love to see you do is keep your hands there, and we're gonna straighten your legs, guys. So we're gonna stretch out those hamstrings, and then you're gonna push your butt back and down and come back to the bottom of the squat. One of my favorite big proud chests at the bottom. You guys give me about 5 reps here, nice and easy. Good full body stretch, getting you prepped for movement. And when you got 5 on each side, go ahead and give me 3 good squats. We're gonna call you ready to work. Well done. Good. If you're following along at home, this is difficult for you, we'll find ways to modify that. We'll get to that inside of the workout, but right now, we're done with the warm-up and we're ready to work. All right, friends, nothing to it but to do it. We're gonna start in 10 seconds. You guys, if you wanna think about it, you can. If you wanna just follow along, that's fine too. 10 minutes to start, 2 different movements. Minute number 1, you're going to do 15 of these bent over rows, whether you're using a band or whether you're using the actual dumbbells. Here's how it works, guys. Each minute, you've got a job. Minutes 1, you're gonna do the bent over rows. On minute 2, you're gonna do the box step overs. We alternate back and forth until the 10-minute mark. So, you get done quick, you get more rest, you get done slow, you're gonna have to go right into the next movement. Nice, Andy, great. So guys, focusing on form. Obviously, you've got a huge impact on your upper body with these bent over rows. I promise that that's going to catch up, so maximize your rest in between movements, and I don't care how you do that. Sit down, theoretically. Next movement is going to be a box step up. Dalton is using the weights. Andy's gonna do these without any weight. Either way is fine. Whatever you have available to you and you feel is like the right mix for you today. So we're starting here in about 5 seconds with your step ups, and again, 15 if you're doing the scaled version, 12 if you're doing the version with the dumbbells. Good. So Dalton's choosing to actually support those with his arms. You could lay them onto your shoulders. You can stand them up on top, whatever you find to be a little bit more comfortable, but we're not doing down by your sides. Well done, Andy. And again, there's different strategies, different strokes for different folks. You guys can take this fast and aggressive and try and get a sprint and sprint recovery workout, or you can try and pace it out, figure out what's right for you to make sure that you maintain over the course of the entire 10 minutes. Well done, guys, well done. Box step-up's an easy one to underestimate, and a little bit less rest after that one. So we're going again now, and we're back. Hopefully by now you get the flow. Again, turn your brain off, follow along if you want to. Dalton and Andy are gonna take you guys through this one. We're back to your supinated, meaning palms up, bent over row here in about 3, 2, 1, and go. We've got 12, we've got 15. If you guys don't have a band at your house, there's plenty of other things that you could do. You could find something that is weighted in your home. Literally, I don't care if it's canned food for all I care. We're really looking for the movement. If you're looking to get one though, these are so easy to find and they are so useful for all sorts of movements across the board. Of course, Rogue Fitness are our favorite friends and they're basically a filter for excellence. So you find all the best products there. Nice work, dude. 30 seconds, catching up a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay, all right. Hands up on the head if you want to, big deep breaths, guys. And again, these are the kind of things that are gonna compound over time. The first 10 minutes, we've got 2 movements. Once we get to the 10-minute mark, we're gonna switch over, we're gonna do 2 other movements in the same format. Minute 1, minute 2, 3, and 4. All right, friends. Second round of box step-ups coming at you in 8 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. So at this point, you understand what your pacing looks like. If you guys go too fast and you explode, you might ruin the entire 20-minute workout. So make sure that you are now pacing appropriately based on what that first minute felt like, what the second minute felt like. Not too much to tell you here in terms of strategy. Obviously, if you guys are scaling the workout, you can find objects of different heights. Really doesn't bother me at all. I promise you're gonna get a fantastic stimulus. If you're having issues with this, we scale it down further by bringing the height down. We got some studs. We got some studs. If you're following along at home, don't be fooled. Don't walk into the trap of trying to follow along with Dalton. All right, guys, here we go. We got 10 seconds until your supinated bent over rows. Supinated, pronated, we do both. Today the choice was here, is gonna incorporate your biceps a little bit more. What I don't wanna see is losing the straightness of your back, right? If that lumbar curve is in any way not present, I want you guys to either scale down, find a different way to do the movement. Dalton doing great, getting a little bit of a swing there. We're finishing those up nice. So next set, you can hate me for it, but even if you gotta take a break, I wanna see less travel of the chest, all right? More pump, less jump. All right, I usually dislike it when people say this, but I'll say it. You guys are coming up on halfway. Halfway of halfway. This will be your first quarter. All right, so box step-ups, back to the rows. We're going again in 10. Plenty of time. Set your intentions, guys. Make sure that you are doing your best. Whether you're doing either version of this or a completely different version altogether, we're all working for 10 minutes. And go. Nice. Nice. And again, don't get frustrated if you're at home standing next to Dalton. I'm 6'2". He must be like at least 6'8". So making this box look like it's nothing. Nice, Andy. And here's the deal, guys. If you're in the scaled version, you're like, is this really giving me a workout? You can always go faster. My only criteria is that as long as your form looks good, you're not a complete junk show, right? Good movement looks like good movement. And what I mean by that is you can tell when somebody's shaky. You can tell when you're not moving correctly or when something feels a little bit off. But if you're moving well, feel like you can go faster, push it a little bit. Good. 6 minutes down, 4 to go in this first AMRAP. Now again, as you're pacing yourself, don't be confused if I'm saying this differently than you're understanding it. As soon as we hit that 10-minute mark, we're going for another 10 minutes, but with 2 different movements. There we go. Nice work, Dalton. Good, use your breath. Andy looking good. Kind of makes me want to pump, guys. Kind of makes me want to work out. All right. Maximize that rest. These bent over rows obviously seem to be going a lot quicker. You guys maximize that rest before those box step-ups, which I know are super impactful. Well done. How are we feeling? Good, easy peasy? Just, all right. Counting's typically the hardest part, and math. Math is impossible while you're working out. Always make sure that you have a friend. All right, here we go. We're going in 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So first and hardest part was showing up, you guys. We're glad that you did. You've already got a massive win for the day. Now we're coming up on the 10-minute mark, and you guys just make sure that you keep moving. To me, it doesn't matter what your speed is. I don't care even if you fall off on the minutes. I just want you to keep moving no matter what. It's probably starting to settle in, probably starting to get a little difficult at this point. Remind yourself that these box step-ups are almost done. The other movements we're gonna do are gonna be push-ups and good mornings, or deadlifts and bench press. Good work, friends, good work. Yeah, paces have been fantastic and consistent. 20 seconds of rest. Think about why you're here. Take in a deep breath. Maximize recover however you want to. Remember, there's no rules. Sit down, lean on something. Just make sure that you're trying to focus on your oxygen intake and getting all that carbon dioxide out. We're going again in 3, 2, 1. We're on. So each movement we're gonna do again one more time. So this is the last time you'll be at the supinated bent over row. Well done. Good, and again, there's a really big focus on keeping that core tight, using your lats to pull, chest up nice and proud, and recover for this last set of box step-ups. So again, after this, box step-ups, we're not taking a break. We're going straight into another 10 minutes of every minute on the minute, EMOM. Oh, you got plenty of time, buddy. Don't get too anxious. Look at Dalton's ready to go. He's like a caged animal. A caged animal. 10 seconds, here we go. 10 seconds to your last box step-ups. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it, guys. Good, after this, you'll be pushing and you'll be pulling. Okay, so you can hammer down right now. A little sprint to the finish. You want to give yourself a little bit of time for that changeover into 2 completely different movements. Stimulus is going to feel a lot different. If you're doing the scaled version, you'll be doing push-ups and banded good mornings. We'll walk you through that when Andy gets to it. If you're doing the weighted version, you'll be doing floor press. It's like a bench press, but obviously limited range of motion, and dumbbell deadlifts. Strong work. If you're working out with us here in the barn, you got a concierge, we'll move these for you. Good, and in about 15 seconds, guys, your first movement will be a pressing movement. In 5, 3, 2, 1. And so the rep schemes do not change whatsoever. We're still doing 12 and 15. These are fantastic push-ups. If yours don't look this way, I want you to scale them. It is more valuable to us that you guys get through a strong range of motion and that you keep your core tight. And what I mean by that is that your core should look exactly like mine looks right now. It shouldn't look like this, shouldn't look like this. Good, strong, solid from the tip of your head to the base of your tailbone. We want a straight line. All right, a little bit easier than the rows. A little bit. So let's make our rules on the dumbbells. I don't mind if just one head touches. So in other words, both sides of the dumbbell don't have to touch. But I'm looking for, obviously, for a good, strong torso and really loading up those hamstrings. In the good morning, we're doing a very similar movement, but you're almost working top down. And so she's gonna show you the setup here. We got a little bit of time. 5, 3, 2, 1. So again, get this band somewhere where it's comfortable, where it's not tweaking your neck. And what we're looking for is a load of the hamstrings. What I mean by that is your hamstrings should be screaming, because I'm not squatting, I'm leaning, almost like I'm looking out over a cliff, but I'm keeping my heels planted down. So you should feel a massive load in your hamstrings, and as you squeeze your glutes to come up, you'll feel exactly the stimulus that we're looking for. Good work. Probably messed up your counting, didn't I? You're probably on 1. You're on like number 3. Give me 2 more. That is the worst. Somebody engages you in conversation during your workout. I'm gonna shut up. 20 seconds, and we're moving back into round 2. Remember, this is a 20-minute workout total. We just finished your 12th minute, so 8 to go. Basically, 4 times at each movement. Floor press, fantastic. Just very similar to bench press. We're limiting range of motions. 3, 2, 1, you guys are back to it. A lot of athletes in a lot of sports need to protect the shoulder, but here we're doing it because we're assuming that we're working with limited equipment. You may not have a bench at home. You may not have a solid structure that's gonna work for a bench press. Floor press, just as effective. Good work, Dalton. Nice, Andy's gone to scaling. You guys also be your own boss. I'm not there to watch. I don't know what your movement looks like. I certainly don't want to see a cheating push-up, right? Push-up is the cheater's favorite movement. And you're only cheating yourself, right? This isn't a game, this isn't a sport right now that we're doing, but easy to limit the range of motion from the top, easy to limit it from the bottom. I want to see all the way down. Really, for me, I love to see the chest and the chin touch the ground. And so full range of motion means all the way down, all the way up. You be your own boss. All right, guys, here we go. 7, in 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. There we go. Nice, Dalton. Now again, listen, we were giving him all the props on the box step-ups, but this is when it sucks to be a tall guy. All right, lots of range of motion going on here. And the only thing I'm gonna have you do is maybe look about 6 feet in front of you. There you go. So spinal stability, again, guys, it's from the top of the head to the base of the tailbone, so it ain't this, and it ain't this. We want you straight ahead, and usually by gazing at the floor about 6, 8 feet in front of you is where you're gonna find that. Yes, ma'am. To the casual viewer, it may look like these are easier. You feeling a burn? Yeah, good, all right. Good, so again, just working the movements, and in actual fact, if we were to do this completely weightless, if you're doing these movements correctly, fantastic way to get a good stimulus. We're going again in 5, 3, 2, 1, and this will be your 15th minute. 15th minute, so we're entering the 4th quarter, guys. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Nice, I like this. So Andy's back to regular push-ups. And again, I like to call them scaled or regular or prescribed push-ups. Great job, great job. If you hit burnout or your movement's not to your liking or the standards that you should be holding, scale it down, no shame. 30 seconds. Well, and here's the other thing, is like, you got plenty of time, right? There was 30 seconds of rest. So you guys at home as well, like, if you want to separate those into sets of 4, you know, we can do those at a time, take a little break in between, push yourself a little bit more. We really don't have that many left, so you be the boss. In 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. You guys will find at home that as you follow along with these Mayhem Athlete workouts, typically the rep schemes are easily divisible. We could do 3 sets of 5. We could do 3 sets of 4, or 4 sets of 3, whatever you decide, right? We obviously don't want you to get down to where you're doing 1 at a time, resting, 1 at a time, resting. That's not the point of the workout. We're looking for a little bit of a higher heart rate, but be a thinker in that sense as well. There are no rules that say you have to do all 15 or all 12 in a single stretch. And the point being, we're trying to do the most work the fastest, and sometimes that means taking a strategic break at some point. Up to you. 20 seconds, and then, man, we're almost there, guys. Almost there. You'll be at each station 2 more times. So just rounded out your 16th minute. 4 to go. Dalton's just like already ready to take a shot by the pool, right? Here we go, 2, 1, go. You always gotta plan that too for your influencers in the wild photo shoots. You gotta know when the pump is on. Fantastic work. Make sure we're using our breath. You guys at home, you're probably pumping the music behind you, hopefully staying motivated, but make sure you focus on your breath as well. On the concentric or the pushing portion of your work is usually when we're breathing out. On the eccentric is when I'm using my breath to stabilize and breathe in, so. How'd you do it that time? 4 by 3? Awesome, awesome. Cool. Yeah, and you guys push it at this point. Listen, you know, oh my gosh, I'm barely hanging on and I'm struggling. Find a way to survive. If you're thriving and you're like, I got a little bit more in the tank, make sure that you finish that 20th minute with nothing left in the tank, right? Here we go, guys. 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. There you go, Dalton. Even maybe look down a little bit more. There you go. There you go. So guys, when you're using these dumbbells, I like to pretend as if I have a barbell, trying to facilitate that a little bit in front of me, right? The danger being that if I get too squatty, and my rule here, just help me out for a second, if I turn to the side, give them like a bottom portion of the deadlift. Really what I want to see most of all is your hips in between your knee and your shoulder, right? So a squat would look like, I'm making him do this in the middle of his workout, right? Stand up and relax. But those are the rules that I'm looking for. So I'm trying to avoid getting too squatty, and I'm trying to certainly avoid getting too straight-legged. Puts my back in a very compromised position. All right, guys. 10 seconds, you only get to do each thing one more time. This is your last time bench pressing or doing push-ups, so up to you how far you want to push it, but I recommend that you empty the tank. You made it this far. You made it this far, you decided to come. Let's go. Andy's got really, really, really impressive push-ups, guys, so you guys at home take note. If you call him a girl push-up, we're gonna find you, we're gonna send her to your house, and she's gonna open the door and punch you in the face. Here we go, boom. Nice work. Nice work. Maybe a little bit too late, but hey, hand position oftentimes what I find is external rotation gives your shoulder a little bit more torque, puts you in a little bit more of a favorable position, but you can also toy with wider, more narrow, working on different parts of your chest, different muscle groups, find out where your strength is. I like to fall somewhere about shoulder width apart because it translates into all the other things we do in terms of pressing overhead, handstands, handstand walking, things of that nature. All right, guys, last little bit here in 3, 2, 1. It's your last minute. Let's go. So the whole time we've maintained integrity in our movement or we've slowed down. Now you're bringing it to the finish line. You're almost there. Yes, sir. Outstanding. Good work, both of you guys. Boom. Only one thing. Don't be like Dalton. Fantastic movement the entire time, and then when you're ready to put down your dumbbells, you just blah. Right? Either drop them from the top or give me integrity the entire time. Good work, dude. Good work. Good work. All right, if you're still working, you got 15 seconds, guys. Bring it home, and hopefully, again, you're emptying that tank. Strategic breaks. If you got to shake out for a second, that's fine. Just keep moving. You've got 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic job. Whether you're done or not, it's time to stop. You guys did an excellent job, and thank you for joining us. That was awesome. Hey, fantastic job to you two. Great job to you all at home. I know that was a burner, so thank you for sticking with it, and thank you for being here with us. If you like what you did today, check out mayhemathletes.com. If you're not already a member, we've got it all, and we would love to have you as a part of the family. Don't forget to do your cool out. Don't forget to do cool down. You can cool out while you're cooling down. You can find that right here. And do me a favor. You spent your hour with us, and I'm proud of you for doing it. There's 23 more hours in the day. Make sure that you make good decisions. Drink some water. Put the right thing into your mouth for the rest of the day because you deserve it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.